Greetings, welcome, and thank you for clicking. I'm Christian of Standing Stones Healing, and I'm so honored to welcome you to another Choose One of 3 card reading for your monthly messages. Welcome to the November 2023 reading, and welcome November. Now, I will tell you that there were a lot of cards for everyone for November. Lots of messages, lots of energies. So I'm excited to see what the messages are. Now, if you are new to these readings, you are welcome to choose number 1, 2, or 3 and click down below to go to your number straight away. But some people like to take a moment to breathe, to reflect, and to allow the number to come to them. And so I will give you that space with some drumming. Please join me in taking 3 deep cleansing breaths to clear away everything that's come before, everything that is coming later, and to focus in on this blessed present moment. What is your number? 1, 2, or 3? Greetings, number 1. Welcome, number 1, to your November 2023 messages. Number 1, there are a lot of cards for you, a lot of messages. As a matter of fact, there were a lot of messages, a lot of cards for everyone this month. The cards were very eager. So let's see what we have. Your first Celtic Dragon Tarot card is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups. Your second Celtic Dragon Tarot card is the 3 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles. Yep, great messages coming up for you with both of these cards. Not surprised to see the 3 of Pentacles with the messages I had coming up with the Page of Cups. Great. Your angel card for November is Serena. I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. Thank you, Serena, for that encouraging message. Number 1, you had 3 Archangel cards that came right out for you. So let's see what those are. We've got Remember Who You Are. Archangel Michael says, you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. Yes, I've got it. So many great messages coming up for you. Number 1, I'm excited to share them with you. We've got Archangel Zadkiel, encouraging compassion. Soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Beautiful. So important. Personally, compassion is one of my core values. And number 1, we have for you outdoors. Archangel Jophiel says, go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. Wonderful. Number 1. Your rune for... Actually, you have 2 runes, number 1. So your 2 runes for November are the rune of breakthrough. Not surprised by that. And the rune of defense. Great. Got some great things here on these as well. And finally, your Breathe Easy card for November is gratitude. I am grateful. When we are grateful for the many blessings in our life, angels send us more of them. I breathe in the appreciation of all that I have and all that I give. I am filled with thankfulness for this day, a chance to bless and to be blessed. I breathe out in gratitude. That's ingratitude, so not being grateful, but absolutely you could also read this as I breathe out in gratitude or with gratitude. Wonderful. However you read it, number 1, the message here is clear on gratitude. And before I move on to offering all of these great messages to you, I want to say that actually all this month of November in my Encouraging Your Journey Facebook group, we are talking all about gratitude. So get in on that group. You can join us at facebook.com/groups/encouraging your journey for a whole month of gratitude. You can think of it as a gratitude challenge. So we're talking all about gratitude, giving thanks, sharing what we're grateful for in the Encouraging Your Journey group for the month of November. So this is a great way for you to be living out this card this month, number 1. So number 1, here's what I have coming up for you loud and clear. Right now is a very creative time for you. Lots of creativity going on. Maybe that creativity is in the form of drawing and painting. Maybe that creativity is in the form of writing, dancing, singing, making a vision board, whatever it might be. Number 1, this really is a creative time for you. So November is an opportunity for you to really express your creativity. There are a lot of creative energies flowing around you right now. So now is really the time for you to harness those energies and to work on bringing your creativity into the world. Whatever that looks like, crafts, making wreaths, I don't know, number 1, but however you choose to do it, however you feel called to do it, you cannot do it wrong, and it is all going to be really spiritually fulfilling for you for the month of November. So number 1, tap into your creativity at this time, because truly you have a lot of creativity going on for you. It's an abundant time for your creativity. Now, you know, Serena saying, hey, don't worry, I'm going to bring you the money. What I'm really getting from this card is just an encouragement of the abundance of creativity for you at this time. And so, number 1, there's encouragement for you to really dive into the depths. You know, we've got this dragon here with the Page of Cups. You know, really dive into the depths of the belly of the dragon in order to pull out that creativity. Now, whatever that means to you, number 1, go with it. But really dive deep and dig deep at this time into your creative bowels? Yes, creative bowels, number 1. I just had the image of a cave. Dive deep into that cave of your creativity. There is a deep well of creativity inside of you. It is time to tap into that. If you're not already feeling it, number 1, it is on the way for you for November. Now, you can help that well along by starting the digging. So start digging the well, and the water will come in terms of that creativity, in terms of that abundant creativity for you for November. I'm really excited for you, number one. I can actually feel the creative energy right now in this reading for you. There's a lot of it, and it's really exciting. I'm very excited about what you will create in November. I would love to hear about it. So drop it in the comments below, send me a message, whatever, because I feel that energy for you right now. It feels really exciting, actually even electric. So I'm super excited for you, number one. I hope you're excited for yourself and your creative pursuits. Now, if you're thinking, Christian, I'm not very creative, I want to just beg to differ. I'm going to argue with you here for a minute, number one. We are all creative beings. As humans, we are all creative. Just the sheer act of living is a creative act as a human being. And so I want to encourage you to recognize the ways in which you indeed are creative, and to recognize the ways in which you already are expressing your creativity, even if it doesn't feel that way. You know, decorating, for instance, that's a total creative act. Cooking, creative act. So number one, recognize the ways in which you already are expressing your creativity and dig into those. Dig down into that well, into that cave, because the water is gushing forth for you for November. Really, I'm excited for you, number one, and I want to hear about what you create in November. Now, what else am I getting for you? Well, holy cow, you've got these 3 angel cards. This card, remember who you are. It really is all about that diving into the cave deep, diving into the bowels of your creativity, reaching into the belly of the dragon to pull out all of the depths of the creativity, because deep down in there where you are is where your creativity is as well. And so getting in touch with who you are at your core is going to help you to express your creativity this November, number one. So maybe even spend some time reflecting on who you are and tapping into those reflections for your creative pursuits for November. Exciting stuff. Now, you're also going to find some additional creative bursts in the outdoors. So getting outside and getting out in nature is going to help you harness those creative powers for November. It's going to help to spark some ideas, going to help move some ideas along, and it's going to help you really get even more creative. You know, nature is a creative stimulant. It is very powerful for helping us to unleash our creativity. And so get yourself some time in nature. Get outdoors, number one, in the month of November. Go for a walk, sit by a tree, touch the ground, but get outdoors, because that is going to help to stimulate your creativity. It's going to help you dig into your creativity. It's going to help you bring your creative expressions out into the world for November, number one. Now, number one, we also have 2 Viking runes for you. And these are the rune of breakthrough and the rune of defense. Now, I want to say, before I talk about these runes, number one, I am actually offering rune readings on the weekend of November 12th and 13th, live $15 rune readings. I'm super excited for this offer. I don't offer rune readings live online. I do them in person all of the time, but online I don't offer them except for the weekend of November 12th and 13th, and at this very special $15 price. So you can register on the links below, get your own appointment slot to meet one-on-one with me for your own rune reading. Super excited about that. I also want to say, by the way, I have a rune reading workshop coming up in December that I'm offering because I've been asked. People have been asking me about a rune reading workshop. Christian, how do you read runes? How can I read runes? Can you teach me? Yes. In December, I will show you how, December 11th. And as a matter of fact, if you sign up for the rune reading for November 12th or 13th, you get a discount on the rune reading workshop in December. So I hope to see you at those. But these runes are here to encourage you, number one, that you have creative breakthrough here on the way for you. So this breakthrough, all about that creativity, all about those creative springing forth experiences that you are going to have during the month of November. And so definitely that well is ready to burst forth. I'm seeing a geyser of creativity for you for November number 1. So that breakthrough is really here for you creatively for November. This breakthrough is here for you as you work to drop your defenses. So number 1, this is the rune of defense. And this is encouraging you to let go a little bit, to drop some of your defenses. You know, number 1, we so often have the view that we are afraid of putting our creative pursuits out into the world because we're afraid of being judged. So, you know, for instance, maybe you might want to get creative with the clothes that you're wearing, maybe your hairstyle, maybe, you know, wearing a different crazy color of shoes. But we're afraid of how people might judge us and what other people might think. You're being encouraged to drop those defenses. Number 1, let them go for the month of November and express yourself in how you feel called. Put on those crazy colored shoes. Do your hair the way you want to be doing it. Try out, I don't know, dyeing your hair, wearing different crazy clothes, cooking new and crazy dishes that your family looks at you and says, "This is crazy. You want us to eat this?" Yes. Give it a try. Drop those defenses. Your family says, "This is crazy." Oh, well, whatever. There are 2 other meals during the day. So drop those defenses, number 1. What is going to help you drop those defenses to unleash more of that creativity and not worry so much about what others think is bringing some self-compassion into all of this. So bringing some self-compassion into your creative pursuits. You know, number 1, maybe there was a time when you were a kid where you drew a picture and your classmates made fun of it. Maybe you made some beautiful sculpture and your parents just threw it in the trash. You're being encouraged, number 1, to have compassion for yourself for those times when your creative pursuits were maybe poo-pooed. I don't know. Number 1, that's the word that just came to mind. Maybe those creative pursuits were put down. Maybe they were laughed at. Number 1, anytime we bring something new into the world, there's always a chance that people are not going to like it. Always. Because that's just the way it is anytime something new comes into the world. Think of anything new that we bring into the world. And we, as human beings, there's always someone who loves it and always someone who hates it. So, number 1, you're being encouraged to have some compassion for yourself this month for the times when maybe you brought some things into the world and some people hated it. Because truly, number 1, whatever you bring into the world, there are always going to be people who love it and always going to be people who hate it. That's just the nature of anything that is brought into the world. And that's especially the nature of creative pursuits. That's especially the nature of expressing our creativity. So that dish that you make, that crazy weird thing that you make, someone's going to love it and someone's going to hate it. And that's okay. That's a part of creativity. That beautiful painting that you draw, someone's going to love it Someone might pay thousands and thousands of dollars for it, and someone else might say it's garbage and throw it in the trash. And so, number one, you're being encouraged to have some compassion for yourself, to help you drop your defenses, to get into a purely creative, who cares state. So just create, create, create. So decorating your house in a new way, painting your walls, wearing that crazy hat that you bought years ago and you've been afraid to wear, but you've really been wanting to. Yes, in the month of November, number one, go for it. Express that creativity however it might show up. Wow. Number one, I am really excited for you for your November. Remember, bringing some gratitude into this, well, bringing gratitude into anything is always really helpful, number one. I am a major component of gratitude. As a matter of fact, I got a few videos that I recently released on my channel about gratitude, so check those out. They're great inspiration for getting your thank on. And so definitely join us in the Encouraging Your Journey group for the month of November, where we will be getting our thank on. This is also going to help you to dig into that well of creativity. You know, when we have things that we're thankful for and we really reflect on those, it's a great way to express our gratitude by getting creative on those things that we are thankful for. So for instance, thankful for your kids, wonderful. Put together a collage of pictures of your kids. Excellent way to express your gratitude and your creativity all at the same time. So get creative for the month of November, number one. Wow, number one, I am so excited for you. I feel the energy of this reading. I feel the excitement. I hope you can feel it too, because I am super excited for you and all of this creative wellspring for you for the month of November. The links to everything down below. So the rune readings on November 12th and 13th, the rune reading workshop in December, the Encouraging Your Journey gratitude challenge, all of it down below. So please do check it out. I also encourage you to like this video, share, subscribe, whatever you feel called to do. But I also encourage coming back at the end of the month, because this reading will unfurl itself throughout the month. It's a comprehensive, multi-layered reading. As a matter of fact, you can get one of these with me one-on-one. And as a matter of fact, I have a special offer coming up on my individual readings for 2023 and your 2023 messages. So be on the lookout for that. But tune in at the end of the month and see how this reading has unfurled for you throughout the month. Thank you so much, number one. I send you lots of blessings and best wishes for your journey. Greetings, number two. Welcome, number two, to your November 2022 messages. Now, number two, you had plenty of messages coming up, as did everyone for this month. So let's see what we have in store for you. You have two Celtic Dragon Tarot cards, number two. We have the Eight of Swords and Temperance. Great, number two. I've got some things coming up for you on these two cards. You also had number two, three angel cards. Isabella says, yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. Thank you, Isabella. And Bridget. Caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. Not surprised by these two cards together. I'll tell you why in a minute, number two. And finally, we have Desiree, who says, no, conditions aren't favorable right now. Wait or look into other options and ask the angels to help, guide, and comfort you. Number 2, you can't make this stuff up. This is great. And definitely, I understand why these 3 cards are together for you for your November. For your November, we also have, yes, absolutely, Archangel Metatron, who says, prioritize. Focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. Absolutely, this is very clear, number 2. Very clear what's going on for you for your November. Great. We also have for you, this is the rune of standstill. Number 2, the rune of standstill. I think by now, number 2, you are probably saying, yep, I'm feeling that for sure. So, lots of messages here for you, number 2. But this is the rune of standstill. Also, I want to send you a message, number 2. If you're interested in runes, for November 12th and 13th, I am offering live individual rune readings on Zoom. You can book your own individual rune reading with me on November 12th and 13th only for $15. Whoa, it's crazy. I know. It's special because this is really special. I do a lot of rune readings in person, but I don't do them live online. I am, however, on November 12th and 13th. So the link for that is below. Check that out. Number 1. Number 2, you are number 2. Also, number 2, if you are interested in learning how to read runes, I've been asked by a lot of people, can you please show us how to read runes? Can you please offer a workshop? So yes, I've answered the call, and on December 11th, I am offering a rune reading workshop, so you can learn more and register below. And number 2, if you book a rune reading with me on November 12th and 13th, you get a link for a discounted rate on the workshop. So definitely check that all out. The links are all below, number 2. So number 2, here's what I have for you so very clearly. Number 2, right now, you are having some real scattered feelings going on. You are having some stuck feelings, you are having some uncertainties, and you are trying to figure out how to move forward. Number 2, you are feeling quite a bit like this. Chained up, oh my gosh, can't move forward, I'm stuck, get me out, how do I get out of this? And you are having some real scattered, uncertain feelings about how to move forward. Do I do this? I don't know. Do I not do this? I don't know. Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I stay? Should I go now? Forward? Backward? I'm not quite sure. Is this the right time? I don't know. Is this the wrong time? I don't know. Lots of that going on for you right now, number 2. If you're not feeling it yet, during the month of November, yes, this kind of feeling is going on for you. I'm picking up pretty clearly, though, number 2, you're already feeling it. Now, number 2, is this the right time? Is this not the right time? We've got no, look into this further, don't do it. We've got no, the timing isn't right, don't do it. And we've got, where is it here? So many messages. And we've got, yes, the timing is right. Go do it. These cards are here to really highlight this kind of back and forth feeling that you've got going on right now. I don't know which way. I don't know this way. I don't know. I just feel so bound by it all. I feel like I'm at a standstill. I feel like I don't know which way to go. So, number 2. You are being encouraged for the month of November. Take a few deep breaths. Do some breathing. As a matter of fact, this is your Breathe Easy card. I am breathing. Our breath brings us into the present moment, uniting our body, which is the sum of our past, with our mind, where we create our future. I breathe in the lightness of the clouds. I am filled with the winds they ride. I breathe out stale and negative energy. So, number 2, it's time for you to step back and take a deep breath. All of the questions are kind of just getting piled on top of one another right now. Is this the right time? I don't know. Should I do this now? I don't know. All of those questions are really, number 2, obscuring what it is deep down below that you really want and the direction in which you want to move. So number 2, it's not so much that you are in this situation, that you are bound and stuck, as it is that you are making yourself feel stuck. So you're kind of behind these bars and saying, help, I'm stuck, help me. But actually the window is open, number 2. The window is open. And you can just pull off the ropes and walk right out. But in your mind, you are stuck. In your mind, you're at a standstill. In your mind, should I stay? Should I go? Is it right? Is it not right? And so, number 2, take a step back. Take a deep breath and clear those questions. Allow them to just really be breathed out like the clouds, and allow them to be released, and allow them to be breathed out to bring in new and fresh air. It's time, number 2, for some new perspectives. It's time for some new energy to help you really break free from the mental chains that you have been putting yourself in, number 2. It's time for you to take some steps to get yourself out of this standstill. And each step begins with a breath. So start there for November, number 2. Start with the breath to literally bring in new, fresh air for your physical self, to bring in new, fresh air for your energetic self, to help you move forward in whatever way it is that you are called to move. The questions of, should I stay? Should I go? Really, at the heart for you, number 2, right now, it's a question of a challenge with what to focus on and what your priorities are. Now, what I'm getting for you, number 2, is an encouragement for you to ask yourself what your values are, and to really do some deep digging, number 2, on your values to help you prioritize. Part of your challenge, number 2, in this feeling of standstill, in this feeling of being bound, in this feeling of, is it the right time? Look into it further. Is it not the right time? I don't know. Is it the right time? I don't know. Part of that challenge for you is that all of these scattered energies, your energy is going all kinds of places, and you're not prioritizing what's most important. And so, number 2, it is time for you to prioritize what is most important. It is time for you to dig deep right now and to figure out what really matters and to put your focus there. Put your focus, number 2, in November on what really matters. Now, number 2, I actually have coming up in the near future a program, a self-paced program to help you transition to 2023 with power and purpose, and part of that is doing these kinds of exercises. So that self-paced, low-cost, go-at-your-own-pace program is really going to help you with the prioritizing. So be on the lookout for that, and you can learn more down below on the link below. It's called my Back to Center program. But this program is really going to help you to do just this thing: prioritize, figure out what those values are and what matters to you. Because it's when we know what our priorities are, then that we can move forward, and that we can move out of this standstill kind of spot. So it's time for you to prioritize and get clear on what really matters, to help you decide, to help you determine whether the conditions are right now or not. Are they not? You know that, number 2. And rather than focusing on the questions of, is it the right time? Is it not? I don't know where to go. What do I do? It's time to focus on your priorities, your values, and aligning your priorities and your values to help you know what it is you want to focus on. If the timing is right or not, that is going to be determined by focusing in on what really matters at this time to help you figure out what it is to focus on. Then that's going to help you to know whether the time is right or not. So get clear on those priorities. You're also being encouraged to get some balance for November. You know, you've got all of these scattered energies going on, number 2. So many scattered energies. It's time to bring them all together and bring them into balance. It is time to bring all of those scattered energies together to a place where they are focused on your priorities and you can move forward with balance. So it's time for some balance for your November, number 2. Time to balance out all of those scattered energies. Remember, start in with the breath. That's going to be really helpful for you to help you get some balance, to help you bring in new energy, and to help you move forward out of this standstill in the ways that are going to be right for you as they are aligned with your priorities. So, number 2, loud and clear, time for you to prioritize to help you break free from those self-imposed chains and move forward out of this stuck, scattered energy, standstill kind of feeling. Wow, number 2 sounds really great. Now, again, all of the links to everything I mentioned are down below. I also want to encourage you to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Let everyone know you chose number 2, however you feel called, but definitely check back on this video at the end of the month, no matter when you are watching it, because these messages unfurl and these messages are multi-layered. And so if you're listening to this at the beginning of November and you're saying, I don't really know if that makes sense, check back at the end of the month and see how it resonates at that time. And of course, as always, number 2, you can get a one-on-one comprehensive card reading with me as well over Zoom. The link to that is below. And as a matter of fact, I am having a special offer on those readings for 2023 readings. So be on the lookout for those special offers. Well, number 2, I'm sending you so many blessings and so many best wishes. Oh, final thing, number 2. Gratitude is also going to be really helpful for you for prioritizing. and figuring out where to put your energies at this time. And it just so happens that in my Encouraging Your Journey group, November is a month of gratitude. So all November, we are focusing on gratitude. So join that group, facebook.com/groups/encouraging your journey, for all kinds of gratitude for the month of November. Truly, it is going to help you to prioritize. So thank you so very much, number 2. I'm sending you blessings and best wishes for your journey. Greetings, number 3. Welcome, number 3, to your November 2022 messages. Thank you, number 3. Number 3, there were plenty of messages for everyone this month, including you. Number 3, your Celtic Dragon Tarot card is the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords, number 3. Number 3, we also have for you 2 angel cards. We have Celeste. A happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. Great. Thank you very much, Celeste. And Astara. You deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires, and don't compromise. Great. Number 3, reach for the stars. Number 3, you had 3 Viking runes this month. Number 3, we have the rune of partnership, the rune of wholeness, and the rune of harvest. Now, number 3, I want to say that if you are interested in runes and interested in a rune reading, I am actually offering live Zoom rune readings. I offer rune readings in person all of the time, but to offer them online live is not something I ever do, except on November 12th and 13th. So I'm super excited to bring you 2 full days of rune readings on November 12th or 13th. Book your own individual rune reading appointment with me for only $15. I'm super excited by this great special offer. Can't believe it. I can't wait for November 12th and 13th, so I hope you're watching before November 12th and 13th to book your own individual $15 reading. And number 3, if you are interested in learning how to read runes, I have been asked to offer a rune reading workshop, and yes, I am doing that in December because of special requests. So in December 11th, you can also learn how to read runes. And if you sign up for your own individual rune reading, you will get a discount link to sign up for the rune reading workshop. Check that all out on the links below. And finally, your Breathe Easy card for the month is Reflection. I am a mirror. We are all mirrors for each other, seeing our likes and dislikes reflected back to us. I breathe in tolerance for the weaknesses I see in others and in myself. I am filled with the realization that life is fragile. I breathe out all of my expectations. All right, number 3, what am I getting for you? Well, number 3, I am getting for you that if you are not already, during the month of November, you're going to come across some woe is me kinds of feelings. Some oh no, WTF, what is going on, what the heck kinds of feelings. So, almost as if like, what do I do with this? What the heck is this all about? or, oh man, sad, sad. Now listen, number 3, whatever is going on for you now or in your November, the sad feelings may very well be warranted. And it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to have sad feelings. And so it's okay to feel those feelings, number 3. So if for whatever reason during your month of November you are feeling WTF, angry, sad, go ahead and feel those feelings. So there's nothing wrong with feeling uncomfortable feelings. They're a part of life. So number 3, if you're not feeling them already, they may very well be on the way for November. And also, number 3, there's encouragement for you here to recognize the ways in which you may be looking down on the situation and looking down at the ground rather than lifting your head up to recognize that maybe there are some good things in this. Maybe it's not all broken swords. Maybe there are some silver linings here. Now again, it's okay. Feel those feelings, number 3. Feel the sad, feel the anger, feel the whatever. And when you can lift up your head from the broken swords, you can see that indeed there are good things around you. For instance, in the form of these dragons who are here to support you. When you lift your head up from the broken swords on the ground, you can look at the mirror and see yourself there. And see, number 3, your own personal power. And so there's encouragement for you throughout the month of November that as you feel these WTF, woe is me, what the heck feelings, to lift your head up sometimes and look in the mirror. And do that to recognize your own inner power, to recognize your own ability to get through this, the power that you have deep inside of you, so that as you might be grabbing your head and saying, oh man, WTF, that indeed you do have the power deep within you. So making sure to lift your head up from looking down at the brokenness, to look up in the mirror at yourself and see your own inner power. Because truly, there are good things on the way, number 3. Truly, we've got some positivity on the way for you. And so there's encouragement for you to, sure, look at those broken swords, but to lift your head up, recognize your own power, and recognize the positive things that are on the way. Recognize the positive things that can come from the brokenness. Recognize the new growth that can come, that does come from the things that fall apart, in a sense, number 3. Now, number 3, you're being encouraged through all of this. Hey, you deserve good things. You deserve the best. And so rather than focusing on all of the negative, rather than focusing on the broken swords, to focus on lifting your head up and recognizing that you deserve the good things. You deserve the good things that are on their way. You deserve the good things that are going to come from this situation. You deserve the good things that you want. And so when you lift your head up from the brokenness, you can look into the mirror and say to yourself, yes, I deserve this. Yes, I'm going for this. Yes, good things are on their way, and yes, I deserve them. And so this is a time for you, number 3, to look past the cracks in the mirror at the wholeness that indeed is already there. So number 3, this might be feeling like a time of brokenness. This might be feeling like a time of woe is me, but you're being encouraged to recognize the wholeness that lies within it, the fact that you are still whole, that you always already are whole, no matter how many broken swords lie at your feet, no matter how many cracks are in that mirror, you are still there whole. So you're being encouraged to recognize that. You're also being encouraged to recognize that the good things, the harvest is on its way. And so knowing, number 3, that there are good things that are coming from the brokenness. As a matter of fact, number 3, good things do come from brokenness, even in the very grounded sense of the earth breaking open to allow new growth to come through. That's brokenness. When the earth breaks apart for new sprouts to break through, that's brokenness. And that's harvest too. Good things will come from the brokenness right now. Good things are on their way, but you're being encouraged to pick your head up to see them, to pick your head up to be able to recognize them, and to pick your head up to be able to say thanks for them. As a matter of fact, number 3, in my Encouraging Your Journey Facebook group, we are giving thanks all throughout November. So November is a month of gratitude in the Encouraging Your Journey group. Join for all kinds of discussions and activities on giving thanks, because it is when we pick our head up from the brokenness that we can notice when the good things come and that we can give thanks for them. So join us for that gratitude challenge in the month of November for sure, number 3. Now, number 3, what is up with this partnership rune? Well, number 3, what I'm getting for you is that there is a reinforcement here that there is help around you. Maybe this is in the form of a partnership. Maybe this is in the form of a love relationship. I don't know. But what I'm getting for you very clearly is this rune is here to encourage you that there is help around you, partnerships around you, maybe love, maybe friends, maybe business, whatever it might be, but you've got support around you. You've got these dragons here ready to comfort you. You've got your relationships around you ready to support you. Lift your head up in order to be able to recognize that. Lift your head up from the brokenness to see that indeed there is support around you. Number 3. Now, number 3. You also have this card, Indigo and Crystal Children, with the archangels that, I forgot to mention before, but here it is. Archangel Metatron says, you have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. Now, what am I getting from this card? It's an encouragement for you, number 3, to tap into some child power to help you lift your head up. Kids are really good for helping us to change our mindset, to get a new perspective, and to help us really bring in new ways of looking at situations. And so there's encouragement for you to tap into some kid energy during the month of November to help you lift your head up. So maybe that means hanging out with kids, playing with kids, whatever it might be, but you're being encouraged to tap into some kid energy at this time to help you lift your head up, to help you focus not on the brokenness, but on the beauty, on the positive things. on the ways in which growth is happening and on the ways in which you are whole and indeed are moving forward through the brokenness to better things. So definitely tapping into some kid energy is going to be helpful for you. And to spend some time with kids this month is going to be helpful for you. Now, if you're thinking, I don't have any kids in my life, Christian, what is this all about? It doesn't have to mean actual, like, literal kids. You could indeed very well tap into some kid energy. What I'm also getting for you is some own inner nurturing of your inner child and yourself at this time. So helping yourself to lift your head up and nurturing yourself as you might a child. So giving yourself a pat on the back, giving yourself a hug, wrapping yourself up in lots of love. So doing that, number 3, for the month of November is going to help you to lift your head up. It's going to help you to recognize your wholeness. It's going to help you to look in the mirror and to say, yes, I'm powerful. Yes, I've got this. Yes, I'm strong. Yes, the mirror might have some cracks, but here I am. And here you are, truly, number 3. So number 3, know that you are going to get through this. Know that you are going to be okay. Know that you are going to come out stronger. Know that you are being encouraged to focus not on the brokenness, but rather on the wholeness. To focus not on the cracks in the mirror or the broken swords, but rather the wholeness that you have already within, the power that you already have, number 3. So, powerful messages for you for your November, number 3. Well, number 3, I am encouraging you with lots of blessings, lots of best wishes for your November. I also want to encourage you, number 3, to check back on this at the end of the month to see how these messages might unfurl for you. This is a multi-layered reading with lots of different messages and meaning, and so the reading looks different for you from the beginning of the month than from the end of the month, or whenever it is that you are tuning in. No matter when it is that you're tuning in, definitely check back at the end of the month because the reading will resonate differently for you at that time. So like, share, subscribe, whatever, do all of those things, comment below, whatever it is that you need or want to do to help you get back to this video at the end of the month to see how these messages unfurl and unveil. Also, definitely number 3, be on the lookout for all kinds of notifications of all kinds of upcoming things, including a special on this very kind of card reading, one-on-one, 1 hour with me for your own 2023 messages. So, number 3, to you, I send so many blessings and best wishes for your November.